Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Started back for episode 11 of my Indiana Pacers NBA 2K15 MyLeague. We are taking on the Chicago Bulls, and we have a pregame show to get to.
2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hey, this is Ernie Johnson, 2K Sports. Shaquille O'Neal is with me. Thank you all for being here. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. You know, a guy I like is Paul Millsap, Shaq, 47th pick way back in 2006, and finally last season an All-Star.
Yeah, since he's set foot in the league, Ernie, he's been proving skeptics wrong. 6'8" power forward. Some wondered, Ernie, if he had the size to play in the NBA. He's a tough rebounder and defender, and since he's added that three-point range, his offensive game has gone to another level. Just ask Indiana.
Dude is tougher than a $2 steak. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
Alright, and as a reminder, if you do not enjoy watching the pregame show, you can always skip it, but we are going up against the Chicago Bulls here. We are rocking the bright yellow jerseys that I seem to rock a lot these days, and I got the Bulls wearing their blacks. Paul George to the hoop. He gets the early bucket there. We're up 4-2. Now it's 4-4. Derrick Rose with the ball. And I came out this game, I talked about it in the last episode, but I had Jimmy Butler covering Derrick Rose to start. I don't quite have the faith. I'm not really sure, what kind of perimeter defender Emmanuel Mudiay is going to be, but we know what kind of perimeter defender Jimmy Butler is going to be, and Mudiay has size to cover too, so he is 6'5". I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer at that point, but 11-7 after the Taj Gibson fadeaway. Here is Emmanuel Mudiay coming up. He's going to drive right through the defense and get the nice little, not even flip shot, but he uses his arms, uses his length, and man, Mudiay has been something else so far this season. He's been maybe the best rookie in the draft class. I haven't taken a look at the stats, but I know he's been pretty darn good for us. So 15-9, here's Derrick Rose spinning around, looking for a screen, actually finds Doug McDermott. Doug McBucket's there, draining the three, and they're going to go up by, they're going to double their score at this point, 18-9, and now Derrick Rose, little pick and pop action, actually takes it himself and puts the Bulls up by double digits. It's an early onslaught here from the Chicago basketball team. 20-9 is the score, but Paul George trying to answer back, and he does just that with that three-pointer. Leads back down to 8. George helping to stay in it early on. Here's Derrick Rose, though. Great pass to Pau Gasol, and actually that might have been Mirotic. It was Nikola Mirotic, and Mirotic lays it in. I guess Gasol is here, but we didn't hear a lot from him today. Gasol in real life is having a fantastic year, averaging like 20 and 12 with a couple of blocks, and he's been really, really good. I was one who doubted him and doubted that signing. I didn't really think he had anything left in the tank after last year, but I was wrong, and he has been fantastic for the Bulls in real life. It was not heard from too much, though, today in this game, but here is Stanley Johnson, I believe that is, driving in. He is one of the rookies on this Bulls team, and he had a very nice evening in this game. KJ McDaniels, corner 3, gets it back down to 10, sort of relying on the 3-ball a little bit to help us stay in this game. 12-point lead now. Here is Pau Gasol covered by Anthony Tolliver. Tony Snell with the ball, back to Pau Gasol, who slams it down with one hand on Anthony Tolliver. 14-point lead for the Bulls. KJ McDaniels with the ball covered by Johnson, and here is KJ driving in, actually pulls up there. I meant to try and get into a layup or dunk animation, but McDaniels hits the pull up either way. Butler draws the double team, dishes it down low to Millsap. No goodie. Millsap gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Great hustle from Paul Millsap, but check this out, all the way on the other end off of an inbound play. We let them get back down, so just lazy here. I mean, lazy play all around, and this is a battle of two of the best defenses in the NBA. I took a look at some of the pregame stats or the team stats before this game. I think the Bulls were only allowing 86 points a game, which would definitely be some sort of record, because usually the lowest you'll see in real life is like in the mid-90s. That's 86. We are allowing like 92 a game. We're only scoring like 95 though, and the Bulls are scoring about 96, so this should be a defensive, really, really tough defensive game. But check out that alley-oop. That was sick right there from Butler to George. But just, man, the defense has been so lazy. Look at giving up layups like that. I mean, not picking up guys. It's just weird. But either way, Jason Terry with the ball, giving it up to Paul George. And check out George with the reverse slam, one-handed. And now it's an 8-point game. Emmanuel Mudiay picking up the loose ball. He's going to give this one off to Butler. Pump fake and drive. And Butler slams it down with 2 hands. And the lead is all the way down to 6. The Pacers trying to finish off this comeback before the start of the second half. Tony Snell, though, down low. Another nice pass there. and that's going to make it back to an 8-point game. Moutier, though, gives it to Millsap, who draws the double team back to Moutier, who's going to drive in and get this tough contact layup to go. Great finish by the rookie from, well, he didn't go to college, he played in China for a little bit, but either way, nice little pull up there from Stanley Johnson. Lead back up to 8, back and forth here a little bit at the end of the quarter. Butler, buzzer beater, no good, and we will head into the half down by 8, 57-49. Considering where we started, I'm glad with how we picked it up in that second quarter. Hope we can carry that momentum into the third quarter and try to finish off this comeback. But you can see there we've actually taken more field goals than them, but they have been shooting at an incredible efficiency, 25 for 39. That is unacceptable on the part of our defense. But anyway, we saw some of the leaders there in the individual statistics. But 57-49. Now Derrick Rose with the ball, crossover move into the lane, and a beautiful move from Derrick Rose, getting all the way to the basket for the 2-point layup. Now here's Joakim Noah with the down low, ends up missing the first, gets his rebound and puts back the second, so it's a 13-point lead for the Bulls. Moutier with the ball looking for the screen from Millsap, and no one gets around the screen. Moutier's got an open lane to the basket, and he gets the easy two-handed flush. Now a 10-point lead here. Kirk Heinrich into the lane, and no one in the lane to help on that. Joakim Noah spreading the floor a little bit there. He was standing up near the logo, that old logo where the Bulls used to start their triangle offense from. And I don't know, his ability to knock down that shot just prevented DeAndre Jordan from trying to even go into the lane there and get a stop. But either way, 10-point lead still here, back and forth a lot. Taj Gibson, though, with the fadeaway, he was knocking that down. He had 2 or 3 of those tonight. Those were really some backbreakers at the time. Here's DeAndre Jordan, top of the key, actually hits George in the corner, and McDermott slow to close out there. Doug McDermott. I would not pick Doug McDermott to cover Paul George. That seems like an athletic mismatch, but it was a foot on the line too. And then Heinrich answers back, and now it's a 14-point lead for the Bulls. Here come the Bulls again. Will Cherry in the game, the former Pacer point guard. That's going to be a miss from Mirotic. Gasol is on the rebound, and he gets that to go. So 81 to 65. Now 83-67. Tyler Ennis dribbling around. I've yet to change Tyler Ennis' number, but he has been electric off the bench for us at times this year. Great add in the offseason as our backup point guard. Leads down to 14, but here come the Bulls again. Stanley Johnson pulls up there and knocks down the jumper, back up to 16. Now here as we are at the start of the fourth quarter, that's a 3 ball from E'Twaun Moore. No good, the former Celtic draft pick, but Pau Gasol on the rebounds. And I guess I was wrong when I said we didn't hear from Pau Gasol this game, because he has lit it up so far. But Willie Cauley-Stein now with the rebound, trying to get back in this one. Here's going to be an alley-oop to KJ McDaniels, and that is a money play. When you got a guy like KJ McDaniels who can slam it down, it is a money play to throw it up to him on the fast break. Paul George corner 3, that gets it back down to 15. Still trying to hang around, 6.5 minutes to play. Maybe we have one more run in us. Johnson, though, down low to Gasol. Gasol left-handed touch, gets it to go, 93 to 76. Here come the Pacers on the other end. Butler against his old team. Former reigning finals MVP for the Bulls, Jimmy Butler, knocking down the 3. Gets it back down to 14. Now it's down to 12. Here's a steal from Moutier on the full court press, and Butler to the hoop. Gets the lead down to 10 with 5 minutes to play. A quick little 14-6 run. Now it's back up to 12, though. Gibson in the post. He set that fadeaway a couple times tonight already. He gets it to go again. Another backbreaker from Taj Gibson, seemingly putting a halt to that run the Pacers were on. Moutier trying to go quickly here, maximizing or trying to go as quickly as possible so we can try to get back in this one. Not a lot of time left. Still down 12. Johnson with the ball, covered up by Jimmy Butler, and Stanley Johnson dribbling around, pulling up, and getting it to go. Beautiful move from Stanley Johnson. Now 101-87. Moutier to George in the corner quickly for 3. No good. DeAndre Jordan on the rebound, and Jordan was struggled a lot this game. Did not have a very good night, and he gets the putback there, but that was not very indicative of how his night went. This time George knocks down the jumper. It's down to 10, but with only 50 or so seconds to play. This one is looking all but over. Tony Snell here with 30 seconds to play. Crossover move, pulls up on Butler, knocks it down. Tony Snell, maybe Jimmy Butler's replacement if such a situation were to happen in real life. But anyway, we end up losing 103-91. After that slow first quarter, we pretty much played this team evenly throughout the rest of the game. So I guess if you're looking for a moral victory, you can look at that. But anyway, did not get it done, and that is going to do it. So another tough loss. We fall to 8-12, I think. No, we're past that. Actually, I'm not really sure what our record is at this point. I don't quite remember. I think we're 8-12 after the last episode. I don't remember what we are now. But either way, it's been a bit disappointing so far. Looking to pick it up, I think we're maybe 14-17. I think that's what it is, because we had after that 8-12, we had gone 6-2 in our next 8 games to even ourselves up at 14-14, and then lost 2 in a row before this one. And now we've lost 3 in a row. Check out Noah's 19 rebounds. That was pretty darn insane. But yeah, slow start so far. I guess we'll start looking at, evaluating some of the guys in the team, figuring out what we need to do better and stuff like that as we get closer to the middle of the season. But that's going to do it for me for right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy. And I'm out. Peace.